All right, we've got some folks who work for CBS Mobile. They're anchors, and one is Cali. Carlin, she's at NYU. And Cali, I know you were at a viewing party with both McCain and Obama supporters. Tell me sort of the vibe there and how people are feeling about tonight's debate.
Yes, we are at NYU. We watched the debate with about 80 students, which is pretty impressive for a Friday night, and they are very enthused. One of the students with me now, Charlie Drexler, identifies himself as an independent, which is the case for about 40% of young voters. And Charlie recently is leaning towards John McCain because of McCain's foreign policy positions, specifically in Pakistan and Iraq, where he has a loved one that served 4 tours of duty. And along that vein, he has a question for our panel.
My question is, during the debate, Obama continued to sound his opinion that he was against the war in Iraq from the start. Well, my question is, does that really matter? Does it matter now that we're there and we've been there? You know, is he really making an essential point about the war, or is he just using this line to appeal to voters, is my question.
What do our experts think?
All right. Okay, experts, Dee Dee and Dan, you know, I always rely on you guys. Did you hear the question? This is an internet connection, by the way, and that's why we're having some freeze-ups. Meanwhile, I was reading a response by Henry Kissinger about this whole negotiations with Iran, which we'll talk about in a moment. But Dan, go ahead, take a stab at that question.
Well, I did hear it, and I think for Barack Obama, when he doesn't have a lot of experience, this was the one key decision he made or judgment that he can rely upon when discussing his ability to be commander-in-chief. So I think you're going to hear it early and often. Every time they come to this issue, he's going to try to bring it back to his opposition to the war from the outset. And what you saw John McCain do is to try to project it forward and say, look, the real decision, what's relevant now during this presidential campaign, was a decision while both of us were presidential candidates, not when he was still back in Illinois, who was for the surge and who was against it, and did it work? So that's why you saw McCain try to go to now, and you see Barack Obama always going to back then. So the public's going to have to decide which one's more relevant, and I think it depends on who you ask. People who are against the war are going to believe what Barack Obama said, and those who probably decided that they supported the war from the beginning and got frustrated but now think we're doing well are going to probably side with John McCain.
All right, Dan Bartlett, thanks. Callie, thanks to you. And I think we're going to go to another another mobile reporter. This is Ramy, and Ramy's at Hofstra, I guess, with the viewing party as well, or obviously a lot of college students. Ramy, you're on an internet connection too, and I must say you're not very well lit, my friend, but that's an issue we'll bring up after the webcast. Can you tell us what people are saying there?
Sure there. Hi, Katie. Right now, I am at Hofstra University, and with me right here is third-year student Jaron Crump. He's a double major, political science, media relations. And, you know, who do you think won the debate tonight?
I think Obama won the debate tonight.
Why is that?
I think he focused more on the issues and how he plans on fixing them, where McCain just kind of said how Obama couldn't fix them and refer more to his record and what he's done in the past, not what he's going to do.
Now, the big issue tonight, of course, was foreign policy, but they started it with the economy. And I understand that there's a very personal connection with the economy, with you and your family.
Yes, my mother, she worked in real estate for quite some time. And then since people stopped buying houses and everything, she was laid off from her job.
And how has that affected you?
Well, I didn't really work here my first year. She was giving me a lot of money, so then I was kind of forced to take care of myself a lot more because the money really wasn't there from her anymore.
Okay. Now, what's your question to folks, to analysts, for the next debate coming up, especially here at Hofstra?
I'd like to know how future college students are going to afford college, and also if there's going to be jobs for us when we graduate.
Okay. Thank you. There's your question.
All right, Ramy, thanks a lot.